Hi guys, today we will review the Oppo Band. This is a new fitness tracker from Oppo, which was just released. This is the Chinese version and it's sold for 200 yuan, which is about 28 US dollars. The Oppo Band has a similar price to the Xiaomi Mi Band 5. However, there are some important differences, so we will compare them to see which one is better. Let's see what's in the box. We have a manual and a USB charging dock. And here is the Oppo Band itself. The build quality is quite good. I already see a difference with the Mi Band 5, but we'll talk more about that later. Now let's connect the band with the phone and complete the setup. The Oppo Band comes turned off, so the only way to turn it on is to place it on the charging dock. To connect the band to your phone, you must have Oppo Health app installed. You can download it from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Then you need to scan the QR code from the band. There will usually be new firmware, so you'd better update it before proceeding with the settings. Once the installation is complete, the Oppo Band will switch to your phone's system language. I'm not sure how many languages it supports, as this model is made for the Chinese market. However, all the menus and settings are fully translated into English. By default, the brightness of the Oppo Band is set to 40%, which is a bit low, so let's set it to 80%. Now let's explore the features of the fitness tracker. To change the watch face, we have to swipe from the left or from the right. One touch on the face of the watch brings the information menu, where you can see if the band is connected to the phone and the battery life. Browsing inside the menus, it feels very smooth and responsive. The Oppo Band comes with the support of Alipay payment system in China. However, this feature probably won't be available in the international version. In the messages, we can see the notifications from the different applications. In the settings menu, we can set different brightness levels and increase or decrease the time when the display is on. From the Tools menu, we have an option to control the music. Also, there is a stopwatch, timer, alarm, weather and Find My Phone feature. We also have heart rate monitoring and oximeter, which measures the blood oxygen levels. We will test this feature later when we make a comparison with the Mi Band 5. The Oppo Band is an excellent fitness tracker and you can choose from 12 different sports modes. Oppo has done a great job with the watch faces and there are plenty to choose from. There are many different styles for every test. Adding a new watch face is pretty easy, however, there is a limit on the number of watch faces you can have in the watch, which usually is around 5, and if you want to add a new one, you will need to delete some of the old ones. Here's an example of a watch face that covers the entire display, so you can get an idea of how big the Oppo Band's display looks. There is also an option to add your own photo as a watch face. You can also display time from 2 different cities. This option you will find in the world clock. When it comes to the Oppo's Health app, the design is very clean and minimalistic. You can easily find all the necessary features. For example, you can choose from which applications to receive notifications. All your daily activities, the fitness workouts, the heart rate monitoring and the sleep tracking are easily accessible. Most you will need from a fitness tracker is here. From the Health app, you can set an alarm and you can choose which features to be displayed in the band menus. For example, if you don't use Alipay, you can turn it off and you won't see it in the menus. And pretty much this is it. The application is a bit limited. I think Oppo has to improve it and add more features. Actually, this is the same application that Oppo uses for its smartwatch, the Oppo Watch. I already said in my previous videos that this application needs a lot of improvements. Now let's begin with the comparison between the Oppo Band and the Xiaomi Mi Band 5. If you haven't watched my review of the Mi Band 5 and you want to learn more, you can check it out, link is in the description. Both watches have just been released in China and are not yet available in international markets. They both have similar design and features, but there are some differences. If you want to activate the display of the Oppo Band, you have to touch the display. The Oppo logo under the display is not a button. For comparison, to activate the display of the Mi Band by touching, you need to tap on the circle below the display. Because I am used to Mi Band, I often find myself pressing on the Oppo's logo, but nothing happens. In terms of speed and responsiveness, the Oppo Band feels faster. Both watches have 16 MB of memory, and both have the same display size of 1.1 inches. The battery life is the same, 14 days, even though the Oppo Band has a smaller battery. In size, the Oppo Band is a bit smaller and lighter. One of the differences I notice in the design is that the Mi Band display is only glass, and it's very smooth and responsive when you swipe left or right. The Oppo Band has a plastic around the display that is a part of the strap, and this makes it not very responsive, as you will often touch the strap. However, I think Oppo did this on purpose, as it provides some protection to the display if you hit the watch. Comparing the straps of the two watches, there is not much of a difference. Both are soft and comfortable to wear. Now, let's talk about some of the main fitness tracking features of the two watches. The Oppo Band has 12 different sport modes and the Mi Band 5 has 11. There are some differences in sport modes, but both watches have swimming, running and freestyle sports modes. If you are very focused on a certain sport mode which you often use, then you should check which watch supports it. The Oppo Band and the Mi Band have a lot of different watch faces to choose from. To change the watch face on the Oppo Band, you have to swipe left or right. To change the watch face on the Mi Band, you have to touch and press the display for about 2 seconds. However, there is a difference in the functionality of the watch faces, as Mi Band 5 has more advanced watch faces, allowing you to change some of the modules of the watch face. For comparison, on the Oppo Band, if you need to display this certain feature, you have to find the right watch face for it. Both watches have a heart rate monitoring function, and both are accurate. For Mi Band 5, there was a rumor that there will be an oximeter. Unfortunately, this didn't happen. The oximeter function is now available in the Oppo Band and even can be used to collect data during sleep tracking. To charge the Oppo Band, we need to remove the watch from the strap and place it in the charging dock. The charging of the Mi Band 5 is much more convenient, as we no longer need to remove the watch from the strap. It would be great if Oppo had come with the same design. Both watches have very bright displays. The Mi Band 5 is rated at 450 nits. For the Oppo Band, there is no specification showing how bright it is, but I think it is the same brightness, as there is no difference between the two displays. Let's compare them in the next test. Now I wanna talk a little bit about the difference between the two applications. As I mentioned that the Oppo Health app is quite limited. It's great for watching your fitness stats, but when it comes to features, it's missing a lot. The Mi Fit app looks more advanced with more features. For example, you can set different vibrations patterns for the notifications and the alarm, or if you want, you can turn off the vibration for the Go notifications. There is also a feature that allows you to use the band as a remote control to take pictures, and many other features that are currently not available on the Oppo Health app. So guys, the question is, which one to choose, which one is better? The two watches have a similar price, as the Oppo Band is a couple of bucks more expensive. But I think in this case the price will not be taken into consideration. So, it's all about features. If it's important for you to have a feature that measures blood oxygen levels, then you should go for the Oppo Band, as the Mi Band 5 lacks that feature. As for the design, I think both watches look great. One thing to keep in mind is that if you want to change the straps, there will be a much bigger choice with the Mi Band 5, as there are always a lot of accessories for this device. So let me know in the comments which fitness tracker you like more, and as always, don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, don't be shy, and your blood oxygen levels will be always great. Stay cool and I'll see you soon.